السيد رئيس الجمهورية.
Your Excellency, Mr. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, and the guest of Egypt, the head of the Cyprus Republic.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Please have a seat.
فخامة السيد الرئيس.
Your Excellency, Mr. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, the President of the Arab Republic of Egypt, Mr. President of the Republic of Cyprus, ladies and gentlemen, heads of delegations, esteemed presence, I am glad at the outset to welcome you all in the official opening of the EGYEPS 2026. The most major event in the field of energy in the MENA region, which is hosted by the Arab Republic of Egypt under the auspices of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, and with the participation of international actors in the International Conference Center in Cairo from 30th of March to April the 1st, 2026. The conference is held this year under the slogan, the transformation of energy through cooperation and realism. Today we move through a platform that is now a sticking point for discussions regarding the future of energy, a platform for dialogue between investors, actors, and technology experts to research and discuss means of cooperation for practical solutions for the current challenges. Egypt 2026 comes in a very critical moment where the energy sector is witnessing accelerated transformations at an economic, technology, and geopolitical levels. Ladies and gentlemen, now we start the proceedings of the inaugural sessions by a small documentary for the conference.
The global energy system is under pressure. Energy security, stability, access and affordability are global priorities. Markets are evolving, supply chains tested, and volatility is redefining trade and delivery. The world needs more energy, and all energy. Energy powers progress. Energy is social and economic development, driving collaboration, strengthening partnerships, and shaping global economies. The challenge is clear. How do we secure supply, accessibility, manage the shocks, and accelerate progress, all at the same time? At the center of this global equation stands Egypt. Connecting Africa, Europe, the Middle East, and the Gulf states. A bridge between supply and demand, safeguarding vital energy flows between the Gulf, the Mediterranean, and global markets. With over 100 million people, a growing industrial base, and rising energy demand, Egypt is not only powering its own future, it is helping power the region and beyond. Because no country can do this alone. Partnerships drive energy security. Cooperation ensures stability. Collaboration fuels growth. From Egypt to Cyprus to Greece and beyond, new energy corridors are taking shape. Stronger, smarter, more connected. Delivering energy at scale requires every solution. Oil, natural gas, LNG, renewables, low-carbon technologies. Trillions are needed to deliver stability, resilience, and progress at scale. And here in Egypt, this is the moment. To lead, to collaborate, to act. Because the decisions we make today will define the energy system of tomorrow. This is where global energy leaders come together, not just to discuss the future, but to build it. Welcome to the Egypt Energy Show.
And now we're honored to listen to the opening speech by Engineer Karim Badawi, Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources. Your Excellency, you may take the floor. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, most gracious, Your Excellency, Mr. President Abdel Fattah El Sisi of the Arab Republic of Egypt, Your Excellency Nikos Christophidis, the President of Cyprus, esteemed guests of Egypt, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored at the outset to welcome you all on the land of Egypt in this very prominent international event, as this event represents an extraordinary significance in this very critical moment where challenges accelerate and variables increase regarding our regions historically tied to each other. And stemming from this, we stress our complete solidarity with our brothers in the Gulf region and the entire region, as we have the same fate and destiny. And in spite of the geopolitical changes that are accelerating at the moment, our states have proved its ability to overcome challenges and to go forward with a more sustainable future. Ladies and gentlemen, the edition of this year of this conference under the slogan of energy transformation through effective partnerships and carrying out practical steps on real ground, which is an actual translation of the current changes, as partnerships now are not a choice or an option. It's an inevitable necessity, and now joint action is the only way to increase the flexibility of supply chains, ensuring its sustainability. In this framework, ladies and gentlemen, Egypt is carrying out its role stemming from its unwavering belief in the joint action and cooperation with brotherly countries. The Egyptian energy sector is developing significantly to cope with the current developments, which reflects in constant support from the political leadership and integration between the state institutions, in addition to extended partnerships with the major power actors to meet the needs of the Egyptian markets. And I would like to extend my utmost gratitude to His Excellency President Abdel Fattah El Sisi for his support and constant follow-up, which gave the drive to carry out the targets and goals of the Egyptian oil and petroleum sector. And before we review the phases of this stage, I would like to thank His Excellency the Prime Minister and all the relevant ministries for the integrated approach of action, as the energy sector is a main pillar of the national economy. We are proud of what we have achieved so far at the Egyptian economy level, as we have increased the GDP by around 15% during 2025-2026, which is the highest score for years. In the very same time, the state is carrying out a package of infrastructure projects to enhance the Egyptian position as an international hub, attracting investments, and most prominent of these efforts is the project for urban and industrial development, and this is reinforced by the distinguished geographical location as it falls in the heart of the world, with a view on all the water passages controlling the energy movement. This is accompanied by a package of projects to support the Egyptian position as an energy hub, reflecting the state tendency to maximize the added values through the petrochemical, fertilizers, manufacturing to contribute to achieving sustainable development and putting Egypt on the international development path. Egypt has taken very concrete steps in manufacturing fertilizers depending on natural gas, and And on the forefront of the African countries comes Egypt with a total capacity of 40 million tons of fertilizers annually, which maximizes the added value. Egypt also has an integrated petroleum system with refineries on the Mediterranean and the Red Sea, in addition to transportation networks that meets the local market and re-exporting. Summit here represents a model for the Arab partnership as it connects the Red Sea and the Mediterranean through pipelines that extends from El Ain al-Sukhna to Sidi Kreis. These components strengthen the opportunities for international and regional cooperation through connecting Kronos and Aphrodite's fields to maximize the use of these resources and diversify the sources to meet the local needs and the export needs, reinforcing the Egyptian position in the field of energy. And in parallel, vessels were received with a very high capacity on a daily basis to ensure the sustainability of supply for all state institutions and sectors. And in light of all the accelerated developments, the global demand on energy keeps rising. And in the light of this momentum, in 2026, the pressures increased on the demand system, especially with the ongoing geopolitical developments witnessed in the production fields. Ladies and gentlemen, in the light of the directives of His Excellency President El Sisi to develop the integrated work with the Ministry of Electricity and Renewable Energy for the best mix of energy for Egypt, we are working to carry out a very ambitious strategy to increase the renewable energy to 42% by 2030, with constant work to accelerate making these goals before the set deadline. Meanwhile, all sources of energy remain highly significant to secure the supply chains. The natural gas plays a significant role to guarantee the stability of markets. In the same framework, we have seen an integrated strategy to expand in the exploration activities, developing fields in refineries, and establishing petrochemical projects as well as infrastructure development projects. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most prominent results that have been achieved recently is the success of increasing the partnership contributions to $1.3 billion today. And there has been coordination to settle all of these transactions by 31st of July, with the commitment of paying off the monthly invoices. Accelerating the exploration activities and going to the downstream levels. And here I would like to thank the President of the Republic for the ongoing support for this very integral file, which was very reflecting positively to regain the confidence of partners and to have again investments in this very critical sector. Thank you, sir. And this resulted in 83 new exploration of petroleum and gas, and introducing 63 new wells. 2024-2025 witnessed the introduction of new investments in the exploration, development and operation activities, in addition to the new activities in the Mediterranean and the south of the Western Desert. And additionally, a new initiative to explore petroleum and gas in the Red Sea. And in the framework of enhancing the investment climate, the ongoing year will witness the exploration of 101 wells with a very high investment sum, including 14 wells in the Mediterranean Sea, supported by 3 new equipment, and the future plan will witness the digging of 480 wells with a very high investment sum till 2030, and this is supported by the prominent and major energy sector using the most advanced technologies such as horizontal drilling and the hydraulic intensity, which has proven success in different other models. And in the same context, the development of the refinery sector continue to maximize the local production of oil and solar to support and maximize the added value. In addition to petrochemicals, medium petrochemicals using the most modern international technology. During the past year, a number of agreements were signed, most important of which is an agreement with the friendly Cyprus, which enhanced the Egyptian position as a hub to develop the industries of gas and oil. We have more ambitions yet in our local work and in our partners, stressing that we're going in the right direction. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to use this opportunity to shed some light on another level of the petroleum sector represented in the mineral resources sector, which is witnessing a true leap during this period, thanks to the directive of His Excellency the President and the integration of state institutions, especially the legislative sector. I would like to call upon all experts and interested parties to take part in the 5th edition of the Mineral Resources Conference in the 28th and 29th of September under the auspices of His Excellency the President. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, allow me to send 3 messages. The first message is for our great people to have been stressed that the energy sector now is working tirelessly to lower the import invoice, and second, to the partners in success in the petroleum sector, as Egypt pledges to provide an appropriate and suitable investment climate based on respect and our belief in the partnerships being a path for common success and sustainable future. The third message is to the workers in the field of petroleum and mineral resources. Thank you so much for your ongoing efforts. You are the main pillar and the milestone of what we have achieved so far, and we cherish what you have done to meet the needs of the citizens and the guests of Egypt. And finally, I would like to thank you all and wish you a successful conference, productive dialogue and promising partnerships, and of course a great stay for our guests. Thank you so much, and may peace be upon you.
شكرا
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Minister of Petroleum, for this very important